Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another RadioWis episode. It's been a little bit since the last one. My apologies for that. I do believe the last episode came out in July. I do believe it's July. I need to check the YouTube channel. But yes, around July, I guess, because I remember making it right after I finished my reservist, which was in late June, I think. Probably. But yeah. I wanted to make sure. I mean, it's been 5 months since the previous episode, and I didn't say in the first episode that I wanted this to be a monthly summary of sorts. And unfortunately, I've not been able to keep up with that schedule. Unfortunately, yeah, my apologies for that. But I'll get into it as much as I can and as much as the NDA will allow me to. Hint, hint, wink, wink, I guess. Sorry for the slightly tired demeanor, I guess, in my voice. The family kind of had COVID running around again last week, and then this week was spent recovering from abdominal pains and migraines on my end. So I got a lack of sleep for the past few days. So I'll try to be as energetic as I can, though. It doesn't help that it's 12 a.m., by the way, but, I'll sleep soon. But I wanted to get my thoughts across, or rather, I did not want to miss the last episode of 2023. Yeah, I really wanted to look back and reflect on the year through the podcast. I don't want to miss such a special occasion, if I can't reflect every month, or since I have failed to reflect on every month for the past 5 months, the least I could do was reflect on the year. And so, looking back, I think it's a pretty good year. Considering the opportunities that I've received this year, and the things that I've managed to start and pursue. I hope your year has been good as well, fruitful. Hopefully you did not feel too stagnant in the progress in whatever you're doing or in life in general. Hopefully you've moved a little bit, you've inched forward in whatever journey you're working on, baby steps. To list some of the things that I can remember that happened this year, some of the significant things that immediately come to mind. I managed to get a collaboration with HoloStars, Cover Corp, for their anniversary event. That was a fantastic project to work on, despite its difficulties. It's no secret that halfway through the No. I gotta be careful. I gotta be a little bit careful here. It's no secret that a couple of their VTuber talents left the company, or as they call it, graduated. Before their anniversary, which is what the animation was meant for. So, I guess you could put 2 and 2 together to see that, or rather you could put 2 and 2 together and kind of guess, there had to be some changes made. And then because of that, it took up the project took up a little bit more time than it otherwise would have, and that required more time on my end, because I am a solo animator, which is kind of difficult. but it's worth it. And the point I'm trying to make is, if you notice that RandoWis became a little inconsistent during the middle of the month and middle of the year to the third quarter, is that how you say it? Yeah, the third quarter of the year. Yeah, that's why. It's because I was working on the biggest project I've worked on thus far, which is the Cover Corp Holostar animation. Despite its difficulties, we managed to get it through, so I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Cover, for the opportunity. I hope we can work together again. Hand, wink, wink. But, who knows? What other thing happened this year? I started taking my driver's license. Oh, yeah, I started taking my driver's license. Yeah, that one's another story. God damn. I got conned by my practical driving instructor. Motherfucker. Yeah, I do believe it was in late July that I started taking practical lessons, learning how to drive the actual vehicle. And it was pretty fun at first. It's a shame, because the instructors seemed pretty fun to the instructor seemed pretty fun at first, and I like to tease him a little bit in the car, just like, what's the word for it, like rev up a little bit more. He's like an 80-year-old man, and he's a little jumpy. When we got out of when he allowed me to leave the car park for the first time and drive on the road for real. Right as we exited the car park, I looked at him and I went, "I hope you got insurance, old man." And he went, "What? What?" And I went, "Well, it's too late for me to turn back because I don't know how to U-turn yet. So, buckle up, son." Those were fun. Those were fun times. But it turns out that it's unfortunate, but it turns out that he had a way of doing things, and specifically, he would not mention the mistakes that I was making, and he would not tell me when I was doing, but basically, he wouldn't tell me whenever it was that I was doing something wrong. And the reason for that is so that when I finally ask, he tells me that there are things that I still need to improve on, and so I need to book more lessons with him. And that's basically what happened. But, it was on like the 14th lesson with him that I asked, hey, it's been like a little bit, it's been a little bit since I started learning from you. I feel like I'm not making progress. Could you give me some feedback? And he gave this list of things that I was doing wrong. And then and then I just asked him, like, okay, so how long have I been making these mistakes, out of curiosity? And I think he kind of slipped up. He said, like, oh, you've been making this mistake since, like, 10 lessons ago, 5 lessons ago. And right then and there, it immediately clicked for me. And I went, well, why did you not tell me when I made the mistakes then? Why did you wait for me to ask you now? Like, what's the matter with you? You could have corrected my mistake then. And, all this time I've been doing it thinking I was doing something right. And, I feel like I'm being gaslighted here. What the fuck? And so he had a hard time defending himself. He kind of just said the word. The gist of what he was saying was, don't argue with me. Just listen to me when I teach you. And you don't know any better. That was kind of the energy. This sounds kind of cringe, but that was kind of the vibes. That's the word for it. Those were the vibes that he was coming off with. And so I thought, you know what, this is bullshit. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna find another instructor. And so I did. But by then, I already spent 14 lessons with him. It's about... I don't want to put numbers on it, but probably like slightly more than like $1,000. Ugh, I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid, man. You know, sometimes I kick myself, you know, with that. You know, like, why did I wait for 14 lessons before I asked? Why did I not realize sooner that he was playing some tricks? Man, fuck you, man. Fuck you, old man. I hope you get a cardiac arrest. I'm just kidding. Don't. No. This is weird. No. I hope you drive well, and I hope you have a good and safe trip on the road, and nobody fender benders you from the rear. You fucking cockfuck. I swear to God. Anyway. Moving on to happier topics. You know, I found a new instructor. She's great. You know, she's a lot better at teaching than he was. That's for sure. And yeah, I'm having a good time. But after I left the previous instructor, I started taking motorcycle lessons because, you know, I was feeling kind of down and a little used and abused, kind of. And so, you know, just to get my mind off things, because I wanted to feel like I was making progress on learning a vehicle. Because I kind of felt like, man, I got cheated, man. Fuck this. So I started motorcycle lessons just to feel better about myself. Happy to say, I'm taking the what do you call it? The license exam, like the actual practical test next year. And if I pass, I'll be sure to let you guys know in the next, I don't know, maybe the next couple RadioWis episodes. Maybe the next one, you know? Yeah, so driving journey. It's been a bit of a bumpy ride, ironically, but I think it's... Ooh, sorry, I'm sure, I hope you didn't hear my stomach grumbling. But, yeah, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride, but it's been interesting. You know, learned a lot, learned how to better stand up for myself next time, or at least now I have a bad experience that I can refer to improve my next experience, hopefully. You gotta learn from your mistakes. What other things did we do this year? I went to Japan. Yeah. That's kind of like a bucket list thing. That was fun. Yeah, I planned to go to Japan in the beginning of this year, actually. It was since January that I intended to visit Japan in the third quarter of this year, or, you know, somewhere near the end. For two reasons. One is I wanted to meet up with some old friends. You know, it's no secret, Emily and Daru, whom I met in Animangaki last year. And I just wanted to see them again. And then the second reason was to just experience the different regions of Japan. And part of that included working on a farm in Hokkaido for about 2 weeks, 14 days. That was an experience. When I first landed in Japan, I dropped by Osaka first, and then Kyoto, and then Tokyo. Tokyo spent about like maybe 9 or 10 days there. And then I just made my way straight up to Hokkaido, where, you know, once again, I worked on a farm. You know, I've recorded tons of footage, but I have no time to make that. Well, I was thinking a vlog video, but, you know, I don't know how to record myself. I took all these awkward pictures of. Well, I'm not in most of my pictures. Let's put it that way. And the pictures that I did take, I don't really know how to smile in my own pictures. What am I even saying pictures for? It's for a vlog, but like I feel awkward just taking my own pictures. I cannot record myself in my own videos. It's so, I don't know, it's just not something I'm familiar with. And so, like just to practice while I was in, where was I? I do believe I was was it in Kyoto? I can't remember, but I remember taking photos of myself, and I remember feeling really awkward in those photos because I just had this, I could not smile properly. It just felt weird to me. And so I tried again in Hokkaido, and this is when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try something different. I'm not gonna smile in my photos because I just suck at it. Instead, I'm just not gonna do anything in my photos, and I just kept like a poker face, and I fell in love with how, like just how pissed off and bored I look in some of these photos. It's like such a juxtaposition of how I actually felt being in Japan. It's really funny, dude. There's this one photo. I'll put it up in the on the podcast of me in I do believe it's the what was it called, the hot springs, the Hell Valley in Hokkaido. And I remember taking this shot with like really nice lighting. And it's just me looking really fucking pissed. And I remember laughing at that photo after I took it because, like the caption, a caption immediately appeared in my head, like something like, having the time of my life, 2023. And it's written alongside that photo, which I thought was really, was really funny. I don't know. Unfortunately, a good or bad thing. I'm not sure how you look at it, but I went to Japan alone, and it was an experience. I wanted to see if I could survive, in Japan, on my own, for those 30 days. It did get lonely. I'll have to admit, but it made meeting the people there a lot more meaningful to me. Meeting Emily and Didas and Daru, those were moments to be cherished. And then, going to Hokkaido and spending time with the family that owns the farm there. That was another magical experience I'll never forget as well. I'm not too sure if they're comfortable with me putting. They are a public farm, so. But I'll ask them first if they're okay with it. You'll probably already see their photos and of their farm in this video, but in this podcast, but. If you don't, it probably means they weren't comfortable with it. Just saying. Anyway, so that's why. No, that's why. So, the whole point of me sharing this story is, it's just something that I was able to do, and I'm grateful for it. Being able to go to Japan. It's, I think I said this earlier in the podcast, but it's one of the things on my bucket list. And so it was really nice to be able to accomplish that. I did go to Japan alone, so spending some time away from the family did help to appreciate the family more when I got home. you know? And coming back, it was, I came back from Japan with lessons and morals, or rather wisdoms that I didn't know I needed to learn, like, discipline and, motivation for wanting to chase my dream of actually moving to a countryside in Japan. It was actually one of my dreams. And one of the things that I'd like to achieve doing RandoWis. After being able to take care of the family and, paying for, bills and fees and whatnot, Yeah, it's just a personal dream. Once I'm able to comfortably care for the family. Yeah. Coming back from Japan, it taught me how to be more disciplined, because when we worked on the farm, we were waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, starting work at 7:30 in the morning. And then, we have like a break, like a 10-minute break at 10. We got lunch at 12 to 1. Another break at 3 p.m. for like 10 minutes. And then we work all the way till 5. And that's it. The day ends. And, it's really punctual when you stop. Not when you start, but when you stop. Stopping on time. What I've learned is stopping on time is paramount to starting on time. So in other words, if you want to start on time, it is more important that you stopped on time the previous day. Because, when it was time to stop, we stopped working at 5 p.m. and then everybody relaxes. Everybody gets to shower, has dinner, and because you stopped on time and you had dinner on time, you were able to prepare to sleep on time. It's because we were able to, what's the word for it? Okay, we got to finish dinner by, well, nobody rushes for dinner, but, once we have dinner at 7 p.m., we're done by 7:30. So once everyone's done by 7:30, you got your free period to do whatever you want. But because we ended on time, we had that luxury. So, something to experiment on if you're having some trouble with your own personal schedule. I've been implementing this wisdom ever since I got home. And, I got to say, it's been working out pretty well. It's just that, in the past recent weeks, or rather, to be more specific, the past couple of weeks, things have been thrown a little off schedule because, COVID and migraines and abdominal pains. But that is one hell of a lesson that I learned, and it also showed me that I was actually taking on a lot more responsibility that I had the discipline for, which was probably why the MMO chapters were taking so long to accomplish, because I did not have the discipline to stop on time, which meant that I usually worked till like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I would wake up at 12 p.m., sometimes 1 p.m., and, I'd work on the MMO chapter or whatever project that I was working on for, a couple of hours before wanting to stop to go to the gym. But, I don't stop. I keep working into the night, and so I don't go to the gym. And so I feel bad about that. And then I have dinner late because, I did not stop working on time. And then because we did not have dinner on time, you sleep late. Or, you go back to the computer and you think to yourself, yeah, I could work for a little bit more. And then the whole process repeats itself. Something like that, It's basically, I got no discipline. But I was taking on projects which required an insane amount. And which is probably why the plan and schedule didn't work before leaving for Japan. Unfortunately. Yeah. I'm glad I went to Japan. And if I can, I think I'll go back next year too. Another thing that should I talk about this? Well, I should. I guess I should. Well, if you stayed this long into the podcast, thank you. But what you're about to hear, I planned to make a public announcement, and that's basically just me wanting to tell everybody that I've decided to take part in the YouTube Partner Program. And, the reason for that is because while I was in Japan, I had the luxury. No, that's not luxury. That's not the right word for it. I was blessed with the opportunity to spend time with Emily and Didas, who, being more successful YouTubers themselves, and they were kind enough to share their wisdoms of being a YouTuber to me. And part of that included why I should partake in the YouTube Partner Program. And I'm probably paraphrasing this wrongly, but the point that they were trying to make was, I believe, was that YouTube makes money from your videos either way, even if you're not part of the partner program, because it's just YouTube's really shitty policy of putting ads on videos that do well, irregardless of whether or not the channel is part of the program. And so, one thing I noticed while I was in Japan, as I was showing my videos to I'll mention this later. So basically, what they were saying that YouTube makes money from your videos for free. So why let them do it for free? Why not leech some of that? They did not use the word leech, but why not take some of that money back while YouTube makes money from you? And you will also get the chance to not put ads on videos of your choosing while you're part of the program. And those were really good points. And what reinforced those points was when I was in Hokkaido on the farm, and there were some people who were interested in my YouTube channel on RandoWis. And when I tried to show them, just the different videos available on the channel, a lot of them had ads. And some of them had like 2 ads. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know this. I personally use an ad blocker and a VPN, so I never realized that my YouTube videos had ads on them, because I assumed that some of them were just so short, like less than a minute long, some of them like 30 seconds long. They wouldn't get ads on them. And unfortunately, they were. They were on a lot more videos than I thought there would be. And that's when I realized, yeah, goddamn, Emily and Didas were right. YouTube is making money from my videos, like a lot of my videos. And so, I had time to think while I was on the farm whether or not I wanted to go through with this. And, ultimately I did. And so when I got back from Japan, I signed up for the YouTube Partner Program, and that was maybe early November. I've been meaning to make a public announcement about it. It's just that, right after I got back, I immediately had to start preparing for the promotional campaign for the Puss Plush, the glow-in-the-dark Puss Plush, which, by the way, thank you for a successful campaign. Watch out for that final episode of the Egg series. So, I've been meaning to make that announcement. It's just that I've been busy with the Puss Plush campaign and then immediately got sick after. But it's in the works. It's in the works. If you're listening to the podcast, you heard it here first, but the video that's going to come out, it's probably just going to repeat the points that I already mentioned here. So you're not going to miss much if the video comes out. If you're wondering why I want to make this announcement in the first place, why make it public in the first place? Well, I feel like before this, I've been preaching publicly, I believe in Animangaki. And then I think I made a YouTube comment on one of my dance videos. I can't remember which one, if it was the Blue Monday one or what was the other one? Boom, 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 or something like that. I can't remember what I named it, but basically, I've publicly stated that I am not inclined in participating in the YouTube Partner Program because of YouTube's incompetent management. I don't want to have to deal with the stress of my videos being demonetized or having to be censored. And I think, no. In the YouTube video, I think I mentioned that I did not even want to participate at all because I don't want ads on my videos. And I think that was when YouTube decided to put ads that was when YouTube decided to put ads on videos that weren't part of the program or something like that. I remember saying, no ads in my videos, that sucks. And then I'm disinclined to join the YouTube Partner Program unless they improve management. And then now, yeah, I'm part of the partner program. Basically, I don't want to be like, I don't want to appear hypocritical. Is that the right way to say it? Like, I've been preaching doing the opposite publicly. So it's only fair that, now that I've decided to do what I said I wouldn't do, I should announce it publicly as well. And, hopefully my reasons are sufficient. Basically, YouTube makes money from my videos, whether or not I make money from them. So, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let them do it for free. And while I can, I will earn whatever money I can from my videos while I can. I think I said that twice. Sorry. I'm a little tired and it's a little late. But, yeah. So, I won't put ads on the, what do you call it? The podcasts. Don't worry about it. I can't imagine if YouTube puts ads on my podcast. They're like 40 minutes to like an hour long. Imagine getting an ad every 5 minutes. This could be fucking annoying. So I'm not going to put them on the ads, on the podcasts. But I will put them on like other videos, just to, leech whatever I can from YouTube earnings. I still got a family to feed. And, but if YouTube ever comes and says, you got to censor your videos because, we both can't make money from it now, I'll be like, shit, it's fine. Just leave it demonetized. I'll just unmonetize it or, just whatever. Just leave it demonetized. It's fine. Yeah, hopefully that's, hopefully I've made my explanation clear, I guess, hopefully, maybe. And yeah. Is there anything else that I did this year that's worth mentioning? That's worth giving you an update for? Get caught by the car? Get caught by the car job. Ooh, fuck you. Started motorcycles. That's cool. Went to Japan. Beautiful. God damn, was there anything else? Well, I guess I went to the anime convention. For like a day. So many people. Too many people, man. Too many people. I had to wait outside for an hour before I got in. God damn it. AFA, Anime Festival Asia in Singapore. God damn it. I swear to God. But it was fun. It was fun. Oh, yeah. There was that mini AFA that I went to this year, too. Somewhere in, like, late July. That's why I met Minderin again. Because she was performing there. I guess I can talk about it in the next RadioWis episode. Yeah, let's talk about that in the next RadioWis episode. And maybe I can get into a little more in depth of my Japan trip. I think I do want to call it a night soon. It is kind of late right now, and I am getting kind of tired. But yeah, what was the whole point of this episode? Now that I'm thinking about it. I kind of feel like I was just showing off. Hey guys, guess what I've done this year? I got conned. I did the 2 wheels. I go to Japan. I go see anime. Yeah, productive year. I work on animation. Right. I got toy plush. Yeah. Nah, the point was just to look back and, just. I never thought RandoWis would have gotten this far. Getting a toy plush, being able to work on hollow stars. It's been a good year. Not much has happened, but, the things that did happen were pretty significant. And I think I'm grateful for it. I'm going to keep trying hard. I'm going to keep working hard. There's a few things I want to try next year. Merch related, video content related. I want to grow the channel so that I have more bargaining power when other people want to collaborate. Yeah, so that's the idea. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I just had to readjust myself a little bit. Yeah. So I got some goals. I got some goals that I'd like to work towards next year, and I hope you do too. This year has been pretty fruitful for RandoWis, and I hope this trend continues. But I have a looming suspicion that it will only continue if I keep trying hard. And, well, not trying hard, but if I keep working hard, not trying hard. But, I do hope to keep trying my best. Oh, and the new MMO chapter got out this year too. Finally, after 2 years. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you read the MMO series, which is my web comic series, you can find the link in. I guess I'll put a link below to the web comic series on my website. The latest chapter is out, and I am working on the next chapter. Well, maybe not recently in the past couple of weeks. Well, not as much as I'd like to because of COVID. But that's something that was an achievement last month. God damn, I forgot about that. Why did I forget about that? Yeah. Yeah, I hope you like the new chapter, and I hope you'll enjoy the chapters to come. I'll talk about more of that in the next RadioWis episode. I am getting kind of exhausted here. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry that it took 5 months for the next episode to come out. I do hope to continue. I do hope to be consistent with these RadioWis episodes. I'm not going to stop making them, but I do hope to be more consistent with them. And I do have plans for the RadioWis episodes. I'm not going to mention them because, I want it to be like a little surprise, kind of. But, hopefully you'll enjoy what I have in mind for next year. And, I'll see you in the next RadioWis episode. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Have a good weekend. Have a good New Year's Eve. Have a good New Year's. I'll see you in the next video. If not, the next RadioWis episode. Thank you for your time. I'll get into more in-depth of my trip to the Nippon. And, the anime thing. Yeah, I'll talk about it more in the next episode. All right, take care, everybody.